Lesson 4-3, Writing Equations in Point-Slope Form. So the equation that you have here is what we call the point-slope form. It reads y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And the y1 and the x1 are usually given to you. So the x1 and the y1 are given, and m represents your slope. So all you really have to do is just plug in the numbers to where they belong in this equation. And here in a moment, we're going to look at some examples on how you graph this type of form. So let's first look at writing the example in point-slope form. So it would read, write an equation in point-slope form for a line that passes through 3, -2 with a slope of 1/4. So to write that out, your y doesn't change, and your first x does not change, and then you just plug everything else in. So y1 would be -2. Your slope is your 1/4, and your x1 is +3. So you would be able to have this as your equation. You would want to simplify down where you're combining these two negatives. So the slope-intercept form, point-slope-intercept form would be y plus 2 equals 1/4 x plus 3. Now to plot this example, what you actually do is you plot the point that you have been given. So we were given 3, -2. So we're going to go over 3, down -2, and we're going to plot our point. So it's going to go about right here. And then from there, you use your slope to find another point on the line. So we know that our slope is 1/4, so that means we rise 1, and then we go to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I can plot my next point here, and then I can use that to connect and make my line for my equation. Pause the video to try an example. Write an equation in point-slope form from the line that passes through -2, 1 with a slope of -6. Then graph the equation. So the first thing we want to do is we want to write out our point-slope form. So y minus my y1, which is 1, equals my slope, so -6, open parentheses, x, and then it is minus x1. We close it out. So again, we combine down there, and so we will actually have y minus 1 equals -6 times x plus 2. So now you use the point that you've been given, which was -2 and 1. And so we use that point. From there, we use our slope of -6, which means you rise -6, so we actually go down 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we go over 1, and so our new point is going to be right there, and I'm kind of running off the screen a little bit, sorry about that, but you continue it up, and that would be your line for the equation that passes through -2, 1 with a slope of 6. We're going to take a look at writing an equation in standard form. This is the 3-1 review, so I would suggest that you kind of go back and you re-look over your notes and some of your practice problems to look at this again if you need some extra practice. So we have y minus 1 equals negative 2/3 times x minus 5. So what you're trying to do here is you want to get this in, and I'll just write it down here in the bottom, ax plus by equals c. That's the form you want to be in. That's just a reminder. So you're going to multiply both sides by 3, which is going to give you 3 times y minus 1 equals negative 2 times x minus 5. That was multiplying both sides by 3. And that's to get rid of the denominator here. Then you are going to distribute your numbers. You're going to have 3y minus 3 equals negative 2x plus 10. And now you're just going to solve this like a multi-step equation, remembering that you're wanting your x and your y on the left and everything else on the right. So now we're just going to add 2x to both sides. So we have 2x plus 3y minus 3 equals 10. And finally, you're going to add 3 to get you your final result of 2x plus 3y equals 13. We are also able to write point-slope form equations in the slope-intercept form. And that form is the y equals mx plus b. So you have your equation. Now you're just trying to get the x and everything on the right and the y on the left. So you first want to distribute your slope. You're going to have y plus 3 equals 3 halves x plus 3 halves. And then you're just going to subtract 3 from both sides, which will just leave you with y equals 3 over 2x minus 3 over 2. Pause the video to complete the lesson review. Make sure you show me this lesson review for verification of this video.